Hello, Dad here, the world's most concerned internet parent. Once again I'm vetting YouTube videos for my two beloved yet disappointing children. In this video I'm looking at a man called Ninja. My 12-year-old son seems to have been watching quite a lot of Mr. Ninja's videos lately, and I'm not sure whether it's a good or bad influence. There doesn't seem to be much change. Which is kind of good, because he hasn't gotten worse. And if there's one thing Brutus has been doing over the last few years, it's getting worse. But as always, I must look into this with a thorough tooth comb and find out what's going on. As I understand it, Mr. Ninja has grown quite significantly in the past month, gaining over 3 million subscribers. That's quite an achievement. He's a very rich young man. And as I've always mentioned before, I do want Brutus to aspire to be something better than he is. And if that involves playing silly video games online and getting paid for it, perhaps that's not such a bad option, because the other options for Brutus are prison, an institution, or presenting Blue Peter. And Blue Peter's gone down the shitter. So, without further ado, let's jump into it. You beautiful bastards.
Oh, these guys are all landing house.
Okay, he's playing games. He's still playing a game. There's some more gameplay.
You got people pushing towards you guys?
Yeah, I see one.
I think for 20 minutes he's playing a game.
Yeah, Drake, come here real quick. Oh man, you landed fire. Yeah. Holy shit, never mind.
No, I'm right here. I was just on the...
I don't know what Fortnite's all about. It looks a bit wishy-washy. It's not the kind of game I'd play, that's for sure. Running around dressed as a chick with some weird colourful hammer doesn't look like the kind of cool thing a cool dad would be doing. But then again, I am an open-minded individual. Perhaps warfare has got a bit girly lately. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love to play games? I certainly know Brutus likes to play games when he's not in the garden chasing airplanes, trying to leap into the sky and bite them. The pogo stick was a very unwise investment for us. He says the sky invaders are coming to take his brain powers away. I say to Brutus, what brain power are you speaking of? He says the magic mysticism inside his noggin, and then he leaps up and tries to bite the planes again. I keep explaining to Brutus that they're very far away. He says I am wrong and that they are very small and very close. So I tried to chuck him up at one time, and unfortunately he landed in the next door neighbor's garden. What happened to their chihuahua shall not be mentioned in this video. Let's just put it this way. Brutus certainly likes to chew.
Bro, where the hell did this guy come from, man? Oh! Dude, save me! Seriously, kill this guy.
Pretty much all these videos is him just playing a game. What separates this video from all the others? Well, the appearance of Drake. Brutus was a big fan of Drake and Josh, and I'm glad for once a child star has progressed to doing something better and non-weird. Apparently Drake makes very lo-fi girly rap, and Brutus finds it quite soothing. In fact, Brutus's two favourite genres of music are lo-fi girly rap and white noise. Brutus says there are subliminal messages in the white noise that tells him to do weird things. Now this I cannot prove nor deny yet. I tried listening to the white noise myself to see if I heard anything weird coming into my brain. And yet I have not heard anything telling me to do all the things he's been doing to his door, and also to the carer. And I won't mention what he did to the fish. I know little Charlemagne looks like she belongs in a pond, but certain pond life does not belong in little Charlemagne. It's like Lena Dunham with pond snails. Can you imagine if they remade Finding Nemo with Lena Dunham? And I'll tell you where they find Nemo, somewhere bloody horrible!
No.
I am quite concerned of the gunniness of this computer game. I know a school shooter when I see one, and unfortunately, that person is my son. I won't even buy him a super soaker, let alone anything that actually fires off ammunition. I know there's a big gun debate going on in America. I don't know what a Second Amendment is, but I know what a bullet hole in the face of a child looks like, and it's not cool. But then again, sometimes I wish I had a gun, for the times when Brutus launches himself into my bedroom. Sometimes I wake up and he's this far away from my face, growling, biting and spitting. Sometimes I think, God, if I had an AR-15, I could just shoot his face off and end this misery. But I love him because I'm a good dad. Adversity is in our family. On the one hand, I have pond life, and on the other hand, I might have Ralmote. I would off myself, But that'll be cruel to Mrs. Dad to leave her with those two scumbags. I mean, my beautiful, wonderful children. Love you guys!
We just keep getting nothing but bandages, dude. It's horrible.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
I'm shit. It's like a bodied man one time with a sniper, just randomly across the head. I'm gonna cry.
21 left, though. We need this. This is like, it's time for you to go like ninja. It's time for that 15 plus.
Ready, baby. You can guys cross over.
I do have a question. What qualifies this young man to be the ninja of YouTube? I think having turquoise hair and a green headband is not enough to be certified as ninja. As I understand it, the ancient art of ninjutsu requires a little bit more. And by the looks of him, he doesn't seem to do anything apart from sit down and play pretend shooty games. Don't call yourself a ninja when you're not a real ninja. I don't want to raise my son to be a liar. I'm not sure if I want Brutus sitting around playing video games all the time. In fact, just sitting around watching another man play video games all the time. But however, it does seem to keep him busy, and being a spectrumized young individual, those bright colours do seem to send him into a placid hypnotic trance. Oh, I am conflicted. The price of caring is going up. At present, the carer wants a pay increase, £1 per bite. And by my latest calculations, that works out to be a 4,000% increase per week. And that's the kind of money I just can't afford. I do think the bite marks look quite discerning upon her flesh, like scars of battle. Not a very good battle, just a battle of not having her face chewed off by a 12-year-old boy who doesn't know what no means. She should wear the disfiguring marks with dignity, like Simon Weston. A good parent should want his children to be outside playing in the park, breathing in the fresh air, using their limbs in a non-weird Dunham way. Exercise, meeting other children. However, going to the park presents numerous problems with my family. On the one hand, you have Charlemagne drawn to the pond to join her fellow kin, and on the other hand, you have Brutus, chasing and biting dogs, trying to assert his dominance. Some dog owners don't take too kindly to a rabid 12-year-old biting their dogs, and also trying to locate buried treasure in their orifices. Brutus does have a weird relationship with dogs, not in a deadly, sexy way, but in more of an aggressive, what the fuck are you looking at, motherfucker? I'm gonna bite your face off kind of way. When it comes to Brutus and a schnauzer, don't stand in the fucking way. So you see my predicament. On the one hand, I have this whorebag trying to extort money out of me because apparently being bitten by a 12-year-old is too much to ask for. And on the other hand, I don't want to be a bad parent. But I'm deciding that perhaps bad parenting should be given a shot. As I understand it, shitty parents just sit their children in front of YouTube as some sort of cheap virtual babysitter. And unfortunately, the way things are going, I am running out of cash. So I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm considering telling the carer to go fuck herself and sitting Brutus in front of Mr. Ninja. Because it does seem to work. Those bright swirling colours do occupy his mind and keep his fingers where they belong, which is not inside his sister or a dog. The fact is, I do love my children, and I do like spending time with them. But spending time with them at home is a totally different story to going outside. I don't know if you've seen that scene in The Omen, when the devil child goes to the zoo and stares and points at the monkeys and they all start screaming. Well, imagine that. But the world is a zoo, and everyone is a monkey, and they are all screaming. That's what it's like taking Brutus and Charlemagne out anywhere. And I just want a little break from it. And if Mr. Ninja keeps Brutus occupied, and I try and find something to keep Charlemagne occupied that isn't water-based, then hopefully me and Mrs. Dad can have some quality time together. Relight the fire. Get the magic oozing out of her vagina onto my fingers. Maybe we could actually try and make another child. Not an animal biter or Kermit. And the money I will save from having Mr. Ninja babysit young Brutus might put some money in the bank for us to go on a long overdue holiday. One where Brutus will stay at home, under the careful supervision of Mr. Ninja with the green hair and shitty headband. And for these very selfish reasons, this one time, I am giving a YouTuber the thumbs up of approval. I don't really like his content, I don't understand it, but that's because I'm a dad. Mr. Ninja, you can be viewed by young Brutus's weird eyes. Those eyes that seem to look into you and think, I wonder what that blood tastes like. And for that reason, you are getting the seal of approval, and the babysitting job is yours. Next, we'll have to deal with something for Charlemagne. Well, this is the trusted internet dad, signing out. And remember, don't slap your kids. Hug them, then slap them when they're not looking.